needed.
Thank you very much. Next witness, please.
Good afternoon, committee. My name is Regina Banks, and I serve as the Policy and Legislative Director for the Lutheran Office of Public Policy, California, where we lead a community of 400 congregations of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America on issues of public policy, such as housing and environmental justice. I also serve as the board chair of Lutheran Social Services of Northern California, a nonprofit social service agency focused exclusively on the services that prevent and end homelessness. As a community, we are proud to support SB4. We are people of faith who feel called by our God to serve our neighbors in need. For some time, congregations, individuals, social agencies, and synods of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America have called attention to the plight of homeless people. Many members have worked with other churches and groups to provide food, shelter, and care, and to study the social causes of homelessness and to advocate for policies that respond to the housing crisis. People in our congregations who are homeless and potentially homeless remind us of the urgency of the situation. And some of our congregations and institutions, blessed with an abundance of space, have attempted to house our neighbors. In fact, I spent the weekend with the pastors of St. Andrew's Lutheran Church in San Diego. Pastor Sarah Sumner Eisenbraun broke down in tears as she told me the trouble her congregation has endured attempting to house the vulnerable in her congregation. They have resorted to housing families in the Sunday school room to honor their call to serve their neighbor. We do this work in love, but often encounter unnecessary local regulatory restrictions. Local laws are particularly onerous in some places in the state. Last year, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church Chatsworth in Los Angeles County tried to convert nearly 2 acres of its land to affordable housing and were told by county officials that it would take upwards of 3 years for clearance. They became discouraged, and rather than wait and struggle with their local government, moved forward with other ministries. And Emmanuel Lutheran Church in San Jose just broke ground on an affordable housing project on their campus after 2.5 years of red tape. That project will create new affordable homes for residents referred directly by the County of Santa Clara, an area of tremendous need.
I can ask you to wrap up your thoughts, please.
It was a protracted and frustrating journey for that congregation and council. Communities of faith such as ours are longstanding community anchors and wish to lead in addressing our housing and homeless crisis. We all collectively urge your strong support of Senate Bill 4.
Thank you so much. Anyone else in support of SB 4?
Savannah Jorgensen, Lutheran Social Services of Southern California, in strong support.
One moment, Madam Chair. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. All right. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm now going to presenting SB 253. I'm now going to say the magic words. I'm happy to accept the committee's amendments. In addition to the author amendments that are enumerated in the analysis, and we do appreciate the very strong work that the committee did, and we appreciate those amendments. So SB 253 is the Climate Corporate Data Accountability Act. It will require all U.S.-based companies with over $1 billion in annual revenue who do business in California to report their full greenhouse gas emission footprint to the California Air Resources Board. After this disclosure, CARB will be required to contract out a report on these entities in the context of state carbon emission reduction and climate goals. This bill is about transparency. There are quite a few large corporations who are already doing this. Some of them go beyond what the bill requires, and it's time to have more consistency here. We have a growing coalition, including of large corporations who are now supporting the bill, and I want to thank them, and I respectfully ask for an aye vote. With me today to testify is Christina Wyatt, the Deputy General Counsel and Chief Sustainability Officer at Persephone, and Melanie Morelos, the California Strategy Senior Program Manager at the Green Lining Institute. Thank you.
Next, we're ready for additional witnesses in support.
Megan Shumway,
on behalf of Sacramento Act Climate Justice Committee in support.
Good evening. Isabella Gonzalez Potter with the Nature Conservancy in support.
Savannah Jorgensen for the Lutheran Office of Public Policy in strong support.
Kim Delfino representing Defenders of Wildlife, California Native Plant Society, and Mono Lake Committee in support.